Alrighty, guys. There we go. This video is going to be a bit of a longer one. I'm going to go over levels, the formula to attack, and moves. Now, I already posted moves, but I haven't shown you how they work because they're a bit interesting. So I have a guide here, that way I don't have to turn off the video. Okay, so the first part is the name of the move. So say surf, flash, cannon, flame charge, any of those moves, that's the first thing. So for here, I have secret power. Now, next is the range. It'll say how many squares. So 10 feet is 2 squares. Every square is 5 feet. And it'll say what kind of range. There's 3: line, cone, and square. Now a line is just a straight line, 5 feet. 1 square, 1 square, 1 square. That's how much a line is. Now if it's a 5-foot line, it's 1 square. If it's a 10-foot line, 2 squares. Now if it's a cone, it'll be 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. It's a cone. So if it's a 5-foot cone, 3 squares. If it's a 10-foot cone, 5 squares. Wait, no, not 5 squares. 8 squares, I believe. Because 8 squares. Because you go 3, and then you have another 3 in the same way, but it's a cone, so it spreads out like a shotgun. So, That's how a cone works. And a square is pretty obvious. It's everything around you. So 5 foot, my bad, sorry, I'm going crazy right now. A 5-foot square would hit 8 people. And then so on, so on. Now certain moves don't hit everyone. So like, I don't know, they'll only affect a certain amount of people. So unless it says that, I've made a special little thing to show that. Unless it says that, they will affect everyone. But you probably also saw the little stars. Now, the star is before the name of the move. It just means it's switching from whatever. So like if it'll start at special moves, then status, then physical. So if you're looking for a special move, look down, it should be at the top of the list. And then you'll see a little, I forget what it's called, a star. It'll be right in front of the name, and it'll show that is a status move, and everything down from it is a status move. Then you'll find another star, that'll be physical, and everything down from it will be physical. And the moves, they're titled, there's a big thing showing what type it is. So fire, steel, and then I can't remember. I think it's ground. I'm probably wrong though. Yeah, so there's a big, bold statement showing which type the move is. So it'll be pretty easy to figure out the move that you have. I recommend writing down the length your move has. So, you can just put that on your phone into notes, or you could take a piece of paper and just write it down. That way, we don't have to take 5 minutes to look through, the entire slide, the entire paragraph thing for it. Shouldn't be too hard to look for it, but it saves some time. So that's that. And the star thing, next star thing, in front, behind the word, the name, my bad, sorry. So behind the name means it's switching from its category. In front, sorry. Yeah, I'm messing this up, ain't I? Alright, so if it's after the name, like, you're fixing something, it's after the name, that means there's a special effect. I'll be adding that to the thing in a second. I just wanted to post the video first showing. Alrighty, I hope you got that. So that's, what the stars do and what they mean on there and the range. Now, some of them have a bracket saying move, don't move. Now, this is because physical and static and special moves do different things. Special moves are like a beam, like a gun. You don't move. So, if it has a 5-foot range, that doesn't matter, it's right in front of you. If it's 10 feet, it's, 2 squares away, you don't move. If it's, physical, you do move. So if it's 5 feet, you don't move, it's right in front of you. If it's 10 feet, you move, and then you hit them. That's how that works. So physical moves get an extra little bit of movement, while special moves get a little bit more range. Now, you can actually use this range to get away. So physical moves, if you did not move, so if they are right in front of you, so let's say you have a range of 15 feet. If they're 5 feet away from you, you can hit them and then move back. Let's say they're 10 feet away. They're 1 square away from you, so you have to move and then you can hit them. You cannot move away after that. Your movement can only go one direction. 4 moves. Now, this move doesn't mean they can't hit you. It just means their accuracy is reduced by 75%. So, say they're trying to use like flash cannon on you after you hit them and ran away. They, instead of having 100 accuracy, they would have 25. So they roll, they hit you. That sucks, you still get hit. So it's not guaranteed not get hit, but it's a way to get out of range. So say there's weather or terrain, you could get out of that. That's only useful in some certain cases, but depending on what moves they have, yeah. And that's that. And the final part, sometimes they'll have like a 1, a 2, or a 3. This is how many opponents they can hit. So if it says 5-foot line, you can only hit 1, so there's no point of adding it. But if it has like a 10-foot line, usually it'll say 1, so you can only hit 1. So say there's 2 people in a line, you can hit the first person, second person will be fine. Certain moves don't do that, so you can hit everyone. So those moves you want to try and get, positioning just right. Yeah. And that's how moves work. If it's special, they don't move unless it says move. And if it's physical, they move unless it says don't move. So like triple arrows, you don't move. And if it's surf, you do move. Okay, so that's moves. Now let's get into the calculation for damage. Now I tried to simplify it as much as I could, but it's still a little bit tear worthy. So, go cry about it. But before you start complaining, look at the actual formula. And then you can banter back to me. So power times attack divided by defense divided by 2 plus modifiers. Crazy, right? Okay, so the power is a dice you roll. So say you're using Scratch, 40 base power. You roll the dice, you get 2. That's 20. So you do 20 damage times your attack. So say it's 15 because you're not at all able to attack. Then you do 20 times 15. Now I will have calculators to use, but you can use your phones or, yeah. So yeah, I will be bringing calculators for this, or you can use your phones or anything like that. I would probably recommend using your phone because I only have 2 calculators. That's enough for you guys to share though, so, but I would recommend it because, everything's going to be on your phone anyways because none of this is written down and I don't have any character sheets. You could take a character sheet, but you'd have to change it a lot to turn it into a Pokemon character sheet. I bet that might have been loud. Then you divide by defense. So, say you got whatever amount, 500 damage. You divide that by defense. Then you divide that by 2, and then you would plus your modifiers. So say your fire type using a fire move, so stab, I hope you guys know what that is, you would get a 50% boost on it. Say it's a critical hit, that's a 50% boost. It's not double your power. It's still Pokemon. It's only a 50% boost. Or it's super effective, that's a 100 base boost. You double your power if it's super effective. If they resist you, divide in half. Then that's how that works. I know, a lot to take in. So that's power. So that's the formula for attacking, and that's the moves. I will be writing this down and posting it on the group, Discord, on a little thing, so you guys will have that all. Next is levels. I didn't have it written down, but it's easy to remember. Okay, every level you will get, pause for dramatic effect, 1 increase to every stat. So say you have 58 HP and you're level 5, you turn level 6, wow, it's 59 now. And that works for every stat, so plus 1 to every stat for that. But you also plus an extra 1 stat you can add to any stat, whether that be HP, attack, defense, special defense, speed, any of those. Now, you guys seen how how attack and defense work. That, they work the same way, and HP is normal. Speed is, who goes first. It's going to stay like that. I'll talk about movement in a different video. This video is getting kind of long and I don't want to drag it on. But yeah, your power times attack, divided by defense, divided by 2, plus modifiers. That's a lot. That is your formula for, D&D, for doing damage. And then I already, you got your you got your name, your range, whether you move or not and how many opponents you can hit. That's your moves. And then levels, it's +1 to every stat for every level you get, plus an extra 1 you can add to any stat. And yeah, that's how it works. Anyways, that's those 3. And I'll be making more videos explaining more, and I will be putting them on a paragraph, doc, slideshow, whatever, for you guys. But I recommend just using the videos. They're a bit more helpful because it's easier to explain through video, I find. If you're not understanding it though, I'll make another video helping you or talk to you in person. Anyways, see you soon. I promise that's not a threat.